Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Raggy, and today I am bringing you a tier list in which I am going to be rating from S through to D popular, beloved, well-known Disney songs sung by Disney princesses. So I'm aware that there's like a billion songs in the Disney franchises, all from way back in the 50s all the way to today. It's been like decades upon decades of good music. But over the last couple of decades, we've had the Disney Renaissance and then the new age of more CG-based animated films. But something that stayed consistent is the quality of the music that comes out of it. And what's interesting about it is that it doesn't matter what the genre or the theme of the movie is, the music always hits the same. Almost always hits the same. And that's the thing, too, is doesn't matter who you are, you feel more strongly about one song than you do about another. You can safely say that you probably just love all of these songs, but there's going to be a couple that you consider to be the creme de la creme. Here we go from S through to D, based on my favorites. Let's go. Let's see how we go. Okay, so I won't say I'm in love. Okay, so Megara, this song for me, I'm going to put it as a B. And I already feel brokenhearted to rate any of these songs less than an S because they're all great. But it's like, if I have to be objective, if I have to rate them from like best to worst, then it's just a necessary evil. But I won't say I'm in love. It's a good song, and it's different from a lot of the traditional Disney princess songs because we don't see Megara as a traditional Disney princess. She's very outspoken, very brash, and while some of the Disney princesses are, she just wears that attitude a little harder. So to see her be so vulnerable and sing about her feelings like that, like the song it's interesting because she's saying one thing but she means another, and it's not a theme that we see explored in many of the Disney princess songs. So it's good, but it also, in that same breath, does not make me like tap my feet. I wouldn't listen to this one on repeat. I've never found myself looking for covers of I Won't Say I'm in Love, though now that I think of that, maybe I should. There's probably some good gems out there. Then we have Reflection, and Reflection goes into A. So Reflection has the great message of lamenting your identity or lamenting the life that you live where you have to live one way but feel another. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in today's era, can relate to that. Whether you don't have to be in Mulan's exact situation to relate to Reflection, so it's a really great message. But when it comes to the overall enjoyment of listening to the song, this one I have gone after and looked for to listen to purely for the sake of just enjoying it, because I think it is a very good song. I think the singing in it is what's a good word for it? Haunting in a good way. I do not get chills easily at all. It's not something that I count on, but this song kind of gets me there, so good on it. Then we got Almost There, and I'm going to put Almost There also in the A section. Almost There is like, all of these songs are going to have great messages, and Almost There is about working hard and not giving up because you're almost there. And again, similar to Reflection, it's something that pretty much anyone can relate to. If you've got a dream, if there's something that you want to work toward, then you can get there by just keeping it up, you know? And I like it. It's a real, unlike a lot of these songs, this one, you can kind of dance to it, which is very much in the spirit of the Princess and the Frog movie. It's based on that kind of music where you can get out onto the dance floor and just move your body around. So I love that. When Will My Life Begin from Rapunzel, and I'm going to have to put this one down in C. Maybe it's because I have a toddler and I've had to listen to this song like a million times, but this one sounds kind of whiny to me, and after fashion it kind of is. Rapunzel is well in her rights to wonder when her life will begin, because she is locked away in a tower. She's not allowed to actually have a life, so she's wondering, and that's what it is about, wondering when your life will begin. But it's not something I can relate to, and the general quality of the song, the way it goes, it just comes across whiny to me. It's not, it drones on. The song overstays its welcome. This could be your favorite song in the whole world, and I would understand that completely. But for me personally, it's not. I'm if I never hear this song again, that'll be okay. Then Touch the Sky. I'm going to put Touch the Sky in C as well. It's a good song, but this one, it's like, because this came from the other studio. This was a Pixar-made film, and doing like big sing-along numbers in their movies is not their style. So I will say that to include any major song in a movie at all is a big step for them, and they did it well. But this isn't a song that I can sing along to, and I've never found myself looking it up to listen to it for the pure sake of enjoying it. So while it meets the standards of the movie, it kind of resonates with the character Merida. It is not a song that I think I will ever listen to purely for the sake of enjoyment. Unlike When Will My Life Begin, though, this one doesn't bug me to all hell, so it's got that going for it. Then we have A Place Called Slaughter Race from Wreck-It Ralph 2, the Vanellope song, and I'm going to put this one in A. And, okay, so my rationale for putting Slaughter Race in A is because it, like, similar to Vanellope herself, the song breaks a lot of conventions of the Disney princess archetype. And it's on this note, I'll say that it's interesting that the Disney community seems to be embracing Vanellope so hard as a Disney princess, because she very much does not look like one, she does not behave like one. And we have had other characters who would probably fit the bill a lot more, like, say, Kida from Atlantis, or Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon, but they aren't really taken in as this Disney princess archetype or standard. So it's very interesting. But back onto subject, the Slaughter Race song matches Vanellope in that it breaks the conventions. It is, for all intents and purposes, a Disney princess song because a Disney princess sings it, but it's not about when will my life begin, it's not about waiting for true love, it's about just wanting to be a part of something bigger, but in a more campy, fun, spectacular way. So I really like that about it. Then we have Let It Go, and this is probably a lot of people's favorite song ever, not just in Disney. It's a lot of people's favorite song of all time. And I have to put this one up in A as well. Outside of Disney, I am actually a pretty decent fan of Idina Menzel, who is the voice actress of Elsa, and if you didn't know, she has her own music. She has her own albums out, and they're all pretty good. I really actually enjoy listening to Idina Menzel just for the sake of her, Disney excluded. So if I didn't rate Let It Go as an A, that would just be a huge mistake on my part. Then we have Anna's song from Frozen 2, The Next Right Thing, and I have to put that one as a B. So there are a lot of songs from Frozen, like it's one of the most spectacular musical series now, of possibly of all time. And The Next Right Thing is one of the songs in those two movies that really kind of just falls short for me. And it's a good song, and it's a very powerful, emotional song. But for me, I just call me heartless if you will, but it kind of bores me a little bit. And I think it's because that whole part of the movie is such a drag that by the time she starts singing, I'm already depressed, and I don't like being depressed more on top of that. So, sorry, Anna. Okay, Someday My Prince Will Come. Similar to Let It Go, Someday My Prince Will Come is probably a lot of people's favorite song, and unfortunately, I actually have to put this one down in D section. Someday My Prince Will Come is such a nothing song to me. It has never held my attention. I don't think I've ever even, hummed it out of habit. And I've seen Snow White enough times that would be a possibility, but in the case of this particular song, if this song were not included in this list and you asked me to think of a song from Snow White, it would take me a while to think of it. That could be because I'm a slow thinker, but there you go. Then we have How Far I'll Go from Moana, and I gotta give this one an S. How Far I'll Go is such a good song, and I think everyone who's ever enjoyed Disney, Moana in particular, can relate to the idea of singing along to How Far I'll Go as like this huge guilty pleasure. It's just such a fun, good song with such a strong message, and to sing it, to sing along to it, to keep up with the words, it's like I mentioned not getting the shivers very easily. Goosebumps do not come to me. This song kind of gets me there. Well and truly, which is such a rare thing for me. I love How Far I'll Go. I love Moana. I love that whole movie. And this movie just kind of nails the theme perfectly. I mean, what more can be said? Then we have Once Upon a Dream, and I have to say, same story as Snow White. This song really flies under the radar for me. I forget that it's a part of the movie. Like, it's not very long, it's not very catchy. It's just a very empty moment of that movie, unfortunately. And again, it's not to say that the song is bad. You could respectively love this song more than any other, but just for me personally, it kind of like falls off the wayside a little bit, unfortunately. Then we have Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid, and Part of Your World, oh boy, with respect, I have to give it an A. It's just a good song, and you can expect that from pretty much all of the Disney princess movies from the Disney Renaissance. Is they were well made, they were well written, and the singing in these movies is probably what I would consider to be the standard for not just singing in Disney movies today, but singing in all movies as a whole. This song emulates the feelings that Ariel feels inside, and it's infectious. I think everyone has sung along to this song at least once. Okay, Belle, and this one is just called Reprise. You know what's interesting is that I have actually watched this movie like a dozen times this year. Beauty and the Beast is my all-time favorite Disney movie, and it's weird that I can't, off the top of my head, remember exactly what order the songs go in. I know that she sings like the big campy song at the start of the movie about life in a provincial town, but then she has the reprise a little bit later, and unfortunately, I want to rate this one higher. It is well sung, it is well written, but I have to give it a B, if only because it is overshadowed by the earlier song and other songs in the movie. This one kind of just misses the mark for me. It's still a good song, I still love listening to it, but it's like there's so many good tracks in this movie that if I had to rate all of the unique songs from Beauty and the Beast one after the other, this one would probably be at the bottom of the list, unfortunately. So sorry, Belle, but that's where you're going. Then we have A Whole New World, and this is actually a duet between Jasmine and Aladdin, and I'm here for it because it works really, really well. And it's a part of the Disney Renaissance. Unlike Part of Your World, though, this one is going straight up into S, and I think no one is going to argue with why. A Whole New World is one of the most repeated songs, one of the most listened to songs in the world, not just by Disney standards. Everyone knows this song. I love it, and it's ticking all the right boxes for emulating the emotions of the singer. It's a well put together song. It sounds good. It matches the theme. After this song, I find myself feeling a sense of completion. It felt right to listen to this song. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I love A Whole New World. It is a great song. Colors of the Wind. Unfortunately, I have to put this one right down at the bottom as well. Pocahontas might be my least watched of all of the Disney princess movies. I think I have seen it twice in my life, and one of those times it was actually in cinemas when it came out, when I was like 7 or 8 years old. So I don't even remember it that well. But this song in particular, it just doesn't resonate with me. It's a good song, and it's got a strong message and everything, but part of me wants to say that similar to When Will My Life Begin from Rapunzel, it's kind of whiny, it's a bit preachy, and while she's bearing her heart and soul to John Smith in this song, it's not really hitting me, and maybe it's because I'm already kind of more in touch with nature than I would say John Smith is. It's kind of like preaching to the choir a little bit, this song. So sorry, Pocahontas. It's a good song. It's just Not my favorite. Then God Help the Outcasts from Esmeralda. Esmeralda, easily one of the most underrated Disney princesses. Is she a Disney princess? Yeah, she is. Fight me about it. I'll beat you. But Esmeralda, God Help the Outcasts, I'm going to have to put this one a C. Love Esmeralda, love this song, but similar to a lot of the other songs in this list, it doesn't really resonate with me. It goes way under the radar, unfortunately, and there's a lot of really good songs in this movie. In fact, probably the best song in The Hunchback of Notre Dame is sung by Frollo, that is to say, Hellfire, and that's a really good song, and so is God Help the Outcasts, but it's just, I like the villain song more in that movie. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Then, the last one on this list, and I hate to say it, but A Dream is a Wish My Heart Makes, for all the same reasons as the others in D section. A Dream is a Wish My Heart Makes is a song that I barely remember. I know I have heard it, but I forget it. And is it fair to rate it so poorly if I can't remember it? Well, yes, because I know I've heard it a few times, but if after listening to it as many times as I have, I literally can't remember how it goes, that's telling. This is, unfortunately, probably my least favorite song on the entire list, and I hate to leave a tier list like this with such a sour note, but that's where it is. I'm sorry that if I rated any of your favorite songs poorly. These are just my opinions, and I will say again that all of these songs are good. I like all of them, I respect them. This is just my order. Think of it as my order of, like, favorite to least favorite, okay? Don't at me. But this is how I've rated it. Comment down below which ones are your favorites. Where do we agree? Where do we disagree? I would love to know. In any case, if you enjoyed the content in today's video, then please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the bell icon as well so you can get instant updates anytime there's a new upload, and then you don't have to miss out on content like this ever again. In any case, my name is Raggy. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I will see you next time. Have a good one.